Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible Bites with Becca. I'm Becca, the youth and schools worker for Carshalton Beeches Baptist Church. And it's the first week of 2021, sort of. And I thought it'd be great to have a think about an event that some churches across the world celebrate. And that event is Epiphany. It takes place on the 6th of January. Different churches celebrate this day in different ways. But Epiphany is all about one particular word, and that is revelation, something being revealed or discovered. And specifically, churches might choose to celebrate the wise men bringing gifts to baby Jesus, or they might celebrate Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist. Both these events are significant in Jesus' life because they reveal something of who he is. But because it's so close to Christmas, I thought today we could focus specifically on the wise men. I've been to a few baby showers in my life, and I can guarantee at none of them did gifts include gold, frankincense or myrrh. Much more often it included dummies, nappies, blankets or other baby toys, much more age appropriate. But the gifts that the wise men brought weren't just poorly thought out baby gifts. They had a purpose behind them. They revealed something of who Jesus was and who he was going to be. For instance, gold. Gold is the kind of thing that you might imagine jewellery being made out of. But gold is also something you would very easily picture a crown being made of. A crown for a king. You see, Jesus was born as king. And I find that really interesting as well. You see, when Prince William was born, he was a prince. He still is a prince. And he won't be a king until it's his turn. But Jesus, he was born a king. He wasn't born a prince and then became a king. He was born the king. How cool is that? The second gift that they brought was frankincense. Now, frankincense is a type of perfume often used in temples or churches. It's got quite an aromatic smell to it. In fact, I googled it and it smells like an aromatic musty pine with notes of citrus and spice. But basically, the smell that I imagine when I think of frankincense is the kind of smell that you get if you go to quite a fancy church that has incense. That is the kind of smell. And I kind of gave it away. Frankincense isn't just a standard perfume. It's a perfume that would be used in a place of worship by a priest. And that's something else that we find out about Jesus. You see, throughout the Gospels and also in other letters in the New Testament, he's talked about as the high priest. He's going to be the gateway between us and God. And so that is revealed in the frankincense. And lastly, possibly the weirdest gift that he got given, myrrh. Myrrh is a type of balm and it was used on dead bodies basically to stop them smelling so bad. Again, I googled what myrrh smells like, and according to the internet, it smells like aromatic, woody and slightly medicinal smell. So there you go. And what's interesting about myrrh is it tells us not only about Jesus' life, but the fact that he was going to die, and that was going to be something that was really important. And really important partly because Jesus died and then he came back from the dead, which is amazing. What I find really cool is that after Jesus died, a couple of days later, one of the women that he knew, Mary, she went to the garden where he was buried and she was going to try and put some perfume on his body to stop it smelling. And instead of finding a dead body, she found Jesus. How cool would it have been if she'd actually brought myrrh with her to put on the body to stop it smelling? How cool would that have been, that being full circle like that? So these three gifts on the outside look a bit odd and a bit strange and a bit out of place. But actually, as we discover more about what they are, it helps us understand more of who Jesus was and who he's going to become. It also, for me, is really comforting. Jesus' life wasn't random. It wasn't just a chain of events sort of happening and it kind of turned out okay. It shows us that God had a plan. Before Jesus was even born, before the prophets started prophesying, God had a plan of who Jesus was going to be. He had a plan of how he was going to rescue humanity. And for me, especially right now, especially as we enter lockdown 3.0 and whatever that might look like for you with work or school or staying home or whatever that is, however difficult it might feel, we can trust that just like God had a plan from the very beginning for Jesus, he has a plan for our lives too. He knows exactly how things are going to pan out, and he's going to be with us every step of the way. Over the coming weeks, pray. Why not pray and ask God to reveal more of who Jesus is? Not just as a historical figure, but as someone who can change and transform your life completely. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll catch you soon.